everyone here. I see a lot of energy despite being had a long day, and also now you all are rushing to your dinner. So I'll try to keep my talk as short as possible. And such a big honor for me, especially, to have this opportunity to interact with you all, such a distinguished group, the movers and shakers of the UNDP Accelerator Lab network. I just learned that we have 91 labs serving 115 countries and making it as one of the fastest and largest and the fastest growing learning network in the world. So congratulations to you all. And as Kinzon has just introduced, I just recently resigned. I was just before 3 months, I was heading the tourism in our country. And since it's just not very long ago, I still feel so connected. I just cannot disassociate myself from tourism. So when I see you all, I see as a tourist actually. So I feel so happy. So I really wish you all that your stay here is so wonderful, that you all become our goodwill ambassadors and share your positive experiences with your friends, families, and I say even foes, as long as they come and visit us. So I really invite you all for your next visit. I look forward to that. And at the same time, I also discovered something very interesting, something common between UNDP Accelerator's Lab network and my former organization, Tourism Council of Bhutan. Would anyone like to take a guess? What could be that common thing? Your organization, my former organization.
Are all great.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, anyway, I think if I give enough time, I'm sure you will be able to answer this. But then, in the interest of time, both this organization were recognized and received award from Apolitical, which is an organization, social learning, platform for the public service. UNDP Accelerator Lab network was awarded Public Service Team of the Year for 2019, and my former organization, Tourism Council of Bhutan, was recognized as one of the 75 most innovative organizations in tourism policy in 2021. So we are a proud alumni of these two outstanding organizations. Yes, my topic is this, and I wish to share very briefly, I as a Bhutanese, how I see my country, its challenges and opportunities, especially in the present times, in the very recent times. And I have a 20-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old son. And many parents here will attest that we are often showered with the questions from our children, especially of 10 years and younger. About 2 years ago, on the morning of 28th August in 2020, COVID peak time, I was driving my son to his school, and he surprised me with a question. He asked me, "Father, why is..." Okay, those who are not supporter of US, please pardon me. I'm just saying what my son has asked. He asked me, "Why is America so powerful?" I was surprised. I know you have some Americans here in the house, but I'm sure you'll be able to give a better answer. But my answer was simple. Instantly I said, because they possess a lot of wealth. They're rich. Then again my son asked, why are they rich? Why is America rich? Of course, it surprised me, but then I had to answer something else. I'm driving also. I said, because of their relentless hard work, they must have worked very hard to make their country rich. Then the next question my son asked, is Bhutan rich? I have to acknowledge, sadly, regrettably, no, Bhutan is poor economically. Then the next question, why is Bhutan poor? Then I said, okay, because we as a society, I think we didn't work as diligently as we could or we should have. Yeah, it was 4 years ago, 2 years ago. I'm still not sure whether my answers were correct, but I was deeply valued my son's pertinent question. Particularly the timing in 2020, when that was the time when our country, Bhutan, embarked on a monumental transformation of the country, touching everyone, people and organization alike. And in fact, I believe one of the objectives or rather, the transformation that we have embarked on was in response to the complacency that was spreading, the laid-back attitude, the easygoing type of attitude that most of us were getting used to it. Therefore, I actually thank my son for this conversation, because this conversation with him actually inspired me to complete and publish my book in 2023 last year. And this book actually I started to write in 2016, way back in 2016, and by 2019, when I came to Thimphu in the tourism, I actually gave up. I thought I'll never complete this book, but this conversation again triggered me, and I published this in 2023. Now, I believe March 6, 2020, that was the first time that we detected the first case of COVID-19 positive. And I believe that was the time when we as a country entered into the most trying times in our history. Following that, our country remained closed to the world for 2.5 years. And even today, after 4 years, we're still experiencing the devastating impact of this COVID-19. Our economy is yet to recover. We have not been able to make any positive kind of a difference, real difference in the economy. And we are facing a lot of other challenges like the loss of young and able human resources to out-migration. Our organizations, both private and government, are facing acute shortages of staff, human resources. Our youth unemployment is still very high in double digits. And the morale among the citizens is still not at its best. We are presently in our trying times. But having said this, very recently, under the far-sighted leadership of our king, things are improving. Now I'm saying we are already entering into our brighter times. With such an extraordinary leadership, the future of Bhutan is definitely bright. And I already see a lot of things happening. For example, we must have heard, I'm sure you'll soon hear about the mindfulness city. We have already started to work on building the first of its kind city in the world, Thimphu Mindfulness City, Special Administrative Region. The airport for that is already, the works is started. It has even had launched its own digital bank, official digital bank called Oro Bank, and this Oro Bank happens to be also the first full reserve digital bank in Asia. And Bhutan, we are already, ranked 7th in terms of the Bitcoin ownership. I don't know whether you all heard this. We're a small country, but we are ranked 7th as of March 2024. We also have a space program since 2016, and in 2022, we also built and launched a micro-satellite. And in terms of the information ICT technology, our one college has already started to offer bachelor's degree courses in computer science, specializing in blockchain technology, AI, data science, creative design and development. So we are getting abreast with the ICT. And also Bhutan became, last year, the first country to adopt and roll out the first national digital identity at the country level. And it was developed again on blockchain technology. So what I'm saying is the bright future is already here. But one thing I wanted to share is, during that trying times, we have been already blessed. As they say, there's always a silver lining in a cloud. We have been always blessed, and the blessing was that we could, Bhutanese as a citizens, we could understand, know our king better, our leadership better. To some of you, especially international persons, you might hear this as a fairy tale. I like to share that from 10 p.m. of March 5th, 2020, until the dawn of March 6th, the whole night, Our Majesty spent the night, that time, in the Ministry of Health building, working with the team, because that was the time when we first detected the first COVID-19 case, working out and formulating plans and strategy for a response and also how to manage. And since that day, every Bhutanese has seen our king has been working day and night, rain, shine, 24/7, 365 days, trying to protect our country, safeguard from the COVID-19. And now more recently, again, the same trend is continuing. His Majesty tirelessly working for the country, to transform our country, to make it into a prosperous and a developed nation in the fastest possible time. So, then at the same time, what some of us are saying is, while the vision is so, things are going to happen, but now we need to fast track this. We don't have time, like for example, just now also we are rushing, but everywhere we are constrained by time. So therefore, if you want to fast track this, some of us are saying that if we do our business as usual, if we don't bring in widespread and significant changes in the way we conduct ourselves, then we are going to take this very long to achieve realize our goal. So therefore, we need to re-evaluate the way we conduct ourselves and reassess. And basically, re-evaluate our work ethics, work culture, and also to realign our services to the highest professional level that is needed to transform our country. And in a way, I'm saying that my book also basically says this, that we as a citizen, as of now, are not doing enough. We can do much better, and we should do much better. And my book also, this Hercules book, also says that maybe the objective of the transformation that we are aspiring to is a Herculean task, something that is Herculean, and therefore we need a Herculean effort to achieve, accomplish a Herculean task. So therefore we are saying, and why I titled this book Hercules is also, therefore we are saying, maybe most of us need to become a Herculeses, modern day Herculeses, like the Hercules of Thongchutra, because we already have an example. I will talk about him in a while. So we all Bhutanese need to become a Hercules to achieve this Herculean task in a shortest possible time. Now, this Hercules of Thongchutra, I just like to share that he is a real person. As you can see here, I'm just with the Hercules himself here, and he is such a personality that because of his doing, I have actually had the honor of labeling him as Hercules, and also the title of the book in his honor. Why I'm saying Hercules and why this is relevant to us is, as you can see here, this is a place where we call as a Thongchutra. This is a river, and for last 30 or 40 years, I think almost 40 years, basically he has been experimenting. He has been working in this site to divert, to change the course of a river. As you can see that stretch of that diversion, he is doing this single-handedly by himself. And he is doing this to help, to benefit the other travelers. Because this place, as Kundam was introducing, this is from Gasa to this place. Those days we have to walk, actually. There is no vehicle route. So, to help the travelers to make their walking easier, he has been trying to divert the course of this river for last 30 to 40 years. And so therefore it is indeed an Herculean task, yeah? So therefore we say this, but now the stories have changed. Now we don't need this diversion anymore, because now the vehicle road has already reached there. But the fact is that for last 40, 30 years, he has been working to change the course of rivers. And this is a big river. This river, later on, it runs by the side of Punakazong. I'm sure you all might be also making a visit to that. Yeah, so this is Hercules. And I think maybe I'll stop here. Basically, if I have to make a wish, if I'm given an opportunity to make a wish, or maybe before that, I would like to share. Have anyone of you here heard about Lady Hercules? Lady Hercules. We have heard about Hercules, everybody, but Lady Hercules, maybe not. I also didn't hear, but I took this liberty in my book. I have honored one woman in Gaza, in that place, as a Lady Hercules. And the second last chapter of this book is titled Lady Hercules of Gaza. So we have a Lady Hercules also in this book, and that is mainly because whole of my life, actually, I have been a big supporter of women empowerment. So therefore, as Kinjang already informed, my first book was a novel, Escapist Awakening. Basically, it was talking about the women empowerment, the gender equality, and all things like that. So in honor of that, I also took this opportunity to have a Lady Hercules in this book. So if you are interested, you can look at that. But finally, if I am given a chance to make a wish, then I like to wish that more Bhutanese, especially those at the higher ranks, decision maker, read this book sooner than later. Because this book is, especially for Bhutanese, a time sensitive. If it is read after 10 or even after 5 years, then it becomes history. But if they read it now, this will give them the opportunity to trigger some self-reflection, or if not action, that is much needed presently in our country to transform our country to a prosperous, developed, and a mindful state. Thank you very much for sparing your precious time with me. Thank you very much.